Hello, and welcome to this Advanced GeneMarkerHID software webinar. My name is Sarah Copeland, and today I'll be talking about integrated database searching for unidentified remains in GeneMarkerHID. This is an advanced topic in GeneMarkerHID, so if you haven't already watched the introductory webinar, we encourage you to do so before continuing with this webinar. Missing person identification may be necessary in many situations, such as mass natural disasters, war, or in the cases of the thousands of missing children and adults reported every year. Identification of remains from physical characteristics is often impossible due to damage or degradation. Current STR analysis methods have the ability to provide complete individual profiles, even in some cases where the DNA is degraded due to age or exposure to the elements. GeneMarkerHID includes tools that allow for the accurate and rapid genotyping of samples, as well as the comparison of STR profiles from unidentified remains to an STR database. Since all of this is included with GeneMarkerHID, there is no error-prone data transferring step. The database can house hundreds of thousands of profiles, and a search will list results ranked by the likelihood ratio. To start, I'll bring in my raw data files. These files might consist of unidentified remains samples from things such as a plane crash or fire. You can either include reference samples from the missing individuals or their family members in this same project, or you can have separate projects. Click the green triangle or go to Project Run to open up the Run Wizard. The default settings are compatible with most analyses, so I'll simply choose my template, click Next, Next, and then OK. Now is the time to review the data and make any necessary edits. Red question marks mean that peaks have been flagged, and after you've confirmed or deleted those peaks, that question mark will turn to an E for edited. We go into detail about the Run Wizard and editing flagged peaks in the introductory HID webinar, which we encourage you to watch. Once you've finished editing, you can open up the application by going to Applications, Relationship Testing. Next, you'll want to save your samples to the database by going to Database, Save to Database. Here you can submit samples from the current project, or there's an option to load a text file of your genotypes or a CODIS CMF file. The next step is to group the samples into individual groups. To do this, we want to go to Tools, Family Group Tool. Since we don't want to group the samples into families, we'll leave the left side of the window blank, and then click Match and OK. Now each sample has its own individual pedigree, and you can select the desired sample by going to this drop-down menu. Now we need to select an allele frequency population table, so we'll go back to Tools and select Allele Frequency. Here you can select the appropriate panel and population, or you can select Use All Populations. It's also easy to import new population-specific tables by clicking the folder icon. When you've finished making your selections, click OK. To search for matches to a specific sample, right-mouse click on the node and select Find Family. The database can hold hundreds of thousands of samples. When you have fewer than around 30,000 samples, you can get results almost instantaneously. If the database is larger than that, it can take about a minute per 100,000 samples to load your matches. On the right, you'll see the matches under each population that you chose to search. If the same profile is found, that will be at the top, followed by other familial matches. Each match will have a likelihood ratio that corresponds to the particular population, so even though the matches are repeated for each population, they will have different LR values. In some instances, you might only have the genotypes for your remains or references, rather than the FSA or HID files. If that's the case, you can still use GeneMarkerHID's database tool. First, you'll want to bring in a sample. It can be any sample, even just a ladder. Run the analysis. Then go to the relationship testing application. Database. Save to database. Click Load from Text. Load the profiles in a text file that is formatted with the accession identification in the first cell, markers along row 1, the sample identifiers in column 1, and the genotypes filled in. Then go to File, New Pedigree, bring in a sample from the database. Pick an allele frequency panel and population, then right mouse click on the node to find family. Once again, the results will show in the table on the right. This information can be saved by right mouse clicking and choosing to copy and paste the information, or you can export the report as a text file. Thank you for watching this Advanced GeneMarkerHID webinar. For more information or a free 30-day trial of GeneMarkerHID or other Soft Genetics products, please visit www.softgenetics.com or email info@softgenetics.com. For technical support questions, please write to tech_support@softgenetics.com. Thank you for watching.